Want to know something? I don't know what WWE is thinking anymore. As you see on the screen, it says they do it for Roman because they do it for Roman. Because who main evented this show? Was it Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, the WWE Championship match, the match that should supersede everything else? No. It was Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns with a predictable fucking Roman Reigns match. Lessening and having Samoa Joe dumb himself down and take his wrestling ability and making it so he has to work with Roman Reigns so Roman Reigns can keep up is fucking pathetic. We had a WWE Championship match that had a double countout. A no disqualification match. Double countout. Can someone tell me in their right fucking mind what the hell that means? What the hell? When you have a no DQ match, anything goes, no countouts, no disqualifications, but we end up with a double countout. Not the out of the ring, last man standing match type of countout. Other than the opening match of this show, which was Seth Rollins versus Seth Rollins versus The Miz, this show was shit. One good match does not make a good show. I do not want to see people on fucking social media like, this was a great show, man. Roman had a great match against Samoa Joe, man. This was a 5-star classic, you fucking morons. This show was shit. This show was bad booking decisions. This show made no sense outside of that first match. This was by far the worst pay-per-view of the year so far, and we just had WrestleMania a couple weeks ago. And I don't expect it to get much better. And of course, they do it for Roman, so who do you think won the main event? This was god fucking awful. 2 women's championship matches that nobody cared about. A tag team match that nobody gave a fuck about. I actually went to the bathroom during that match and came back, and even Braun Strowman hitting his 2 power slams on Zayn and Owens did not bring this entire show back to life. This crowd, which was in what was it? Prudential Center in Rutherford, and I think it's East Rutherford, New Jersey, and they were hot at the beginning of the show. You had the crowd loving this first match of the show, and then they just died and died and died. Fucking pathetic. On top of that, we had the best of both worlds. That stupid fucking thing was shown again, which it should never see the light of day, period. But since we have all the main top guys and girls in the show, let's have a segment, an unnecessary segment with Elias, the New Day, Titus Worldwide, Breezango, No Way Jose, and Rusev Day. Taking up precious time from this show, even though we had 8 fucking matches. The reason this show went to 11:30-ish, or about 11:30-ish, was because we took up 20 minutes of our time having Elias try to put a concert on and constantly get interrupted. That was fucking stupid. The women's matches sucked. Everything outside of Seth Rollins and The Miz sucked. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton was underwhelming, but both of those guys are highly past their prime. Well, at least Jeff Hardy is you can just tell Jeff is, anytime he does certain moves in the ring, you can just see his age is catching up to him. This show, if this is what we're going to get from this best of both worlds bullshit that they keep spewing at us, we are in for a long, miserable WWE 2018. Again, TakeOver is going to be the standard bearer for everything in WWE, and Raw and SmackDown have a lot to try and get through. And this whole entire first time ever dual branded pay-per-view, even though Renee Young tried to play it off as this is the first time ever. This is the first dual branded pay-per-view since the brand split, so she tried to make sense of it at the pre-show. Speaking of the pre-show, they tried their hardest with this entire during the pre-show and before the Roman Reigns Samoa Joe match. They wanted to try and toe the company line that Roman Reigns should be the Universal Champion. He won the match. No, if you actually go back and watch that footage, Roman rolls off, but his one foot does hit the floor. His other one is dangling on the skirt of the ring. Then Brock Lesnar rolls off, and that's when the ref says, "Ding, ding, ding! Brock Lesnar is your Universal Champion still." No controversy there. But after the night, I'm sure we're going to see Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank again. Miz was in the back with the Miz Taraj when they had the Miz Taraj had like a list of superstars they want to try and be teamed with and make a group up again. The Miz comes in, expects them to help him against Seth Rollins tonight, but Bo says we're not in your party anymore, and they walk off. So hopefully that means tomorrow night the Miz Taraj will be no more, and there'll be Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel without the Miz's music and without the Miz Taraj name. In the back a little bit later, they had Bayley getting ready for a match. Sasha Banks comes in. She asks Bayley, "You wanted to talk?" Bayley's like, "I don't want to fight with you anymore. You should be in my corner." Banks is like, "Are you kidding me? After not talking to me at all, you expect me to be in your corner?" Bayley then says, "Well, I was hoping you would want to actually sit there and get some revenge on the Riot Squad for what they did to you last week. But you know what? I don't need your help, and I don't know." It just feels like they're starting stopping this entire feud between Bayley and Sasha Banks. First, we had that match that was supposed to happen during the Superstar Shakeup that got unceremoniously ended due to the Riot Squad coming over. And now it looks like they're like fighting back and forth. We don't know who or what's going to happen. Hopefully after tonight, one of those two wins the Women's Championship at Money in the Bank for Monday Night Raw so we can get it on a real champion. Bayley versus Ruby Riott. Sasha was looking on in the back. First, Bayley is out there wrestling Ruby Riott. Of course, the Riot Squad was out there with her. Did Liv Morgan just give Papa Smurf a happy ending or something? Because when she opens her mouth and like she has that blue tongue or something, I was like, did she just have a good time with Papa Smurf or something? Because that's just something stupid. Morgan gets on the apron. Bayley gets tossed into Morgan as she tries to toss Ruby Riott into it. Bayley eats a kick to the face, followed by the Riott kick for the 3 count, and your winner is Ruby Riott. Nothing much there. Just WWE went from having what could have been a great feud from Bayley and Sasha Banks to having Bayley and Sasha Banks put the Riott Squad over, who are trash. Nothing but trash. Outside of Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan mean absolutely nothing to me. It needs to stop. They killed off Absolution on Tuesday. Hopefully we'll be getting rid of the Riott Squad very soon. Seth Rollins versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship opened the show. The crowd was hot for this match, and this was a great fucking match. Hopefully, with the way this match went, maybe we could see a heel turn from Finn Balor, because a babyface Intercontinental Champion needs heel challengers, just like AJ Styles, as a WWE Champion, needs a heel superstar to go up against, which is why Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles has been a lot better since Nakamura has turned heel. Miz gets the upper hand on Seth to start out. Drop kick by Rollins to take control. Some chops to Miz's chest. Then a running forearm in the corner. Goes for it again, but gets launched to the outside. Seth goes for a springboard knee or springboard clothesline, but Miz kicks him with a kick to Rollins' head, sending him outside. Then bounces him off the announce table. Then he shoves Seth back into the ring apron, throws him back inside, hits him with a running kick to the face, and I believe he went for a pin here and got a 2 count. Seth fights back again, but Miz with a knee lift to the gut as Rollins, Miz takes control again. Miz gets a chin lock on Rollins. A nice little rest hold. The rest holds, I'll have a big complaint about those when we get to the main event match, because the rest holds got a little too ridiculous there. Off the top rope, Miz gets rolled up for a 2 count. Rollins goes for a kick to a prone Miz, but Miz blocks and hits a snap DDT. Miz with a running hip attack, I think it was one of those things to a prone Rollins. Seth blocks Miz and hits an X Factor onto the Miz, but can't capitalize. Of course, Seth Rollins, they did play up his knee later on in the match. His surgically repaired knee that he got surgically repaired 2 years ago is still something WWE likes to play up here and there. And I think, yes, it was different. Sounds like someone just threw up a firework. Okay. But it's something that you can play up, I guess, but it doesn't need to be all the time. It seems like every time he has a big match now, they're going to play up that knee, even though he's not wearing like a bulky knee brace or anything like that. Seth Rollins ends up dropping Miz on the middle turnbuckle. He ends up getting a sling blade across, who then sends Miz over the top rope, then a suicide dive. Seth Rollins has one of the best suicide dives out there. Miz catches a knee off the top rope, but Rollins rolls through for a 2 count, blockbuster, then by Rollins for another 2 count. Going for the revolutionary knee, as they call it, I guess, which I don't know what they call it, the knee, then they call it the revolutionary knee, the ripcord knee, whatever. But Miz fights that off. Miz goes for the figure 4, but Rollins fights out. Seth sent outside, forearm by Rollins, who hits a flying clothesline. while he's on the apron. Miz sends Rollins on the apron, and Miz slides out. Instead of anything else, he slides in between Rollins' legs and just drops him straight face first onto the apron, looks like he just knocked him out. Miz sends Rollins inside, goes up top. Miz dives off, but Rollins catches him and hits a. Okay, I didn't make that right. He hits a. I can't remember that like. What is that called? I used to use it all the time in 2K. It's that thing where he holds him up and looks like and then sweeps him off to the side. I can't remember what it's called. For a 2 count. Goes up top again and hits a frog splash for only a 2 with the not straight on. He had to actually change his direction, which anytime you have to do that, that takes a lot of skill to do. When instead of going straight from point A to point B, you have to actually change your direction in midair. That takes some skill. Seth at first set 2s up for his foot for the curb stomp, burn it down chant from the crowd. The crowd was just all over this match. The crowd this match was good. The crowd made it that much better. Miz misses a clothesline and he bails from the ring, but Rollins chases him. Miz misses a clothesline and Rollins clotheslines him out of the ring again when they get back inside. Rollins goes for a suicide dive and Miz meets him with an elbow. DDT attempt by the Miz, but he is shoved off instead. They're on the apron at this time, and he's looking to go for his snap DDT on the apron, but he is shoved off instead with some chops and right knees. He goes for the knee lift. But he goes for the knee. Miz moves. Seth hits his knee on the ring post. Seth gets put into the figure 4 ring. And Rollins is fighting this. He's trying not to tap out. His knee just got screwed up a little bit more, hitting that post. And all of a sudden, you just see this angry face on Seth Rollins. Like, he has that "I'm going to kill you when I get my hands on you" face. And he eventually turns the figure 4 around, reverses the pressure of the figure 4. Then the Miz ends up reversing that too, but Rollins makes it to the rope because they rolled over to the ropes. Miz goes for it again, but Rollins pushes Miz away, and both men start trading blows. Miz kicks the knee. Miz goes for the skull crusher finale, but Rollins gets out of it. He does hit the skull crusher finale the first time, but Rollins kicks out of it at 2. Miz goes back up, back up. Rollins struggling to get back up, and Miz with the clothesline in the corner. Miz looks to go up top. Rollins back up and up forearm to Miz. Rollins gets up top, looks for the superplex, but Miz blocks it and Miz kicks him off the top rope. But Rollins, of course, no selling at this time. Back up, goes for this, hits the superplex, then goes for the Falcon Arrow, but another skull crusher finale. And I'm like, that's it? What are they doing? Why are they going to give Miz another championship title reign? Rollins kicks out again. Both men are down. Miz goes up to pick up Rollins. Miz places Rollins up top. On top of the rope, Miz going for a top rope skull crusher finale, but Rollins fights off. He goes for the stomp off the top rope. He misses that. Miz moves. They go a couple pinning reversals, but Rollins eventually gets in, hits the blackout stomp for the 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins is still your Intercontinental Champion. Great fucking match to start off this show, and it was all downhill from there. But before we get off of this match, I don't know who in booking or who in creative writing keeps saying this, but when John Cena beat AJ Styles in the 2017 Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship, it was not making history. If you want to go with that bullshit record of Ric Flair's at 16 times, tying a record does not make history. They were talking about this entire fucking match was The Miz winning the Intercontinental title would make history of him tying Chris Jericho for the Intercontinental title for most reigns of all time. No, it would be if he beat Seth Rollins tonight and then lost it again and then won it again and he became a 10-time champion. That's making history. It just gets fucking annoying that every fucking time it's like, oh, he's going to make history by tying this record. That's not making history. Did the New Day make history when they tied the Demolition's tag team title reign? No, they made history when they broke that record. Is Brock Lesnar going to make history when he ties CM Punk's 400 and some day title reign? No, it'll be history when he surpasses it, even though it's a different title. There would have been no history tonight being made if The Miz would have won the match. It's just fucking stupid that they keep going up and down on this. That is the one thing to take away from this match. And it's like, oh, he's about to make history. History, he's going to make history. No, he's not. If he was tied with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho didn't make history until he beat whoever was before him as the most Intercontinental title reigns, which I'm pretty sure he did that with his 6th or 7th title reign, not his 9th title reign. Anyway, it's just something they need to stop with. If you're going to tie a record, it's not making history. That's like if the Boston Celtics, who I think have the most championships in the NBA, if the Lakers, right, it's one of the two. If if the Lakers have the most championships by 2, and the Boston Celtics will win the next 2, tying them, they're not making history, they're tying history. It's just fucking stupid that WWE keeps wanting to drill in our heads and shove it down our throat that tying a record is making history. It is not. It's fucking stupid. Then we had piss break number 1 of the night, Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. Nia Jax won, didn't give a fuck about this match. One of the dumbest things I think she did for the majority of the fucking match was every time she got Alexa Bliss on her shoulders for a Samoan drop, let me go up to the up top like I did at WrestleMania and kill her that way instead of, just hitting a Samoan drop to end the match. That match went on way too long. After the match, Nia Jax cuts a promo saying, "This is for all the people who have been bullied, who felt like they weren't good enough. Just be you." Listen, motherfuckers. I don't support bullying, but this was not a good feud for that. She even dropped, "Don't be a bully, be a star." She had to throw that in there. So Michael Cole can have a nice little plug for that. This feud for the Women's Championship did not scream fighting for the title. This feud screamed, if you have a bully, and this is something that they won't talk about, this fucking thing right here screamed, if you have a bully, don't go talk to somebody, don't go tell somebody, just get strong, get bigger, get better, and then beat your bully with violence. That's what I get from this, is that being a bully is not good, but if I'm stronger than you and you're a bully, if I'm stronger, I can beat you, and that's okay. It's not. Don't listen to Nia Jax's little words of like, oh, this is for the people who don't feel good enough, who's been bullied all their lives. It doesn't matter. It's like you get bullied at school, you can be bullied at work or at home. No, that is not what this was. This fucking feud tells me that if you have a bully, all you have to do is be able to have the courage to beat them down yourself and stand up to your bully instead of, going to talk to an adult. Or, well, if you're an adult, that's one thing, but it's like she's talking to the kids. You're telling the kids violence is the answer. That's what I got from this. And if I think that, I'm not the only one who probably thinks that. But that's what I get from that, and hopefully that's it. Nia Jax needs to lose the title to Bayley or Sasha Banks at Money in the Bank, so we can get the feud that we should have got for WrestleMania leading up to SummerSlam. Plain and simple. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton, United States Championship match. Both men lock up, shoulder block by Hardy, sends Orton down. Elbows to Hardy's cheek, knocking him when he had him in a hip lock or shoulder lock, whatever it was. Shoulder block by Orton takes Hardy down for a 2 count. Jawbreaker by Hardy to Orton, then a drop kick by Hardy. Kick between the ropes by Hardy, who then gets up on the apron and dives off onto Orton. Back in, and Orton with a drop kick of his own. When was the last time Randy Orton actually used a standing drop kick in a match? I don't think he has in a while. He hit 2 tonight, which was surprising. Orton gets a 2 count, twist of fate attempt by Hardy. Orton shoves him off. Hardy goes for a whisper in the wind, but Orton shoves him on and crotches him onto the metal thing that holds turnbuckles. Hardy gets caught poorly into a trio woe, and Orton with a little bit of viciousness. It feels like Randy Orton from this match didn't go full-blown heel, but he did have heel moments, and this was one of them where he just started stomping the living piss out of Jeff Hardy, who was stuck in the trio woe. Orton takes control of the match, getting a bit heelish in the match. Orton comes out of the ring, slowly going towards Hardy, who was sent to the outside. All of a sudden, poetry in motion off of the steel steps into Randy Orton, which was awesome looking. And he starts to pound away at Orton and bounces Orton off the steel steps himself, and then tosses Orton back inside. Jeff goes for the leap over the top rope and eats a standing drop kick number 2, sending Hardy to the outside. So that's 2 standing drop kicks and something I didn't expect to see from Randy Orton. I mean, when he was younger in his days, like in 2002, 2003 or so, he would use a standing drop kick all the time, but I haven't really seen him use it that much. If it has, it's been very rarely. Now Orton bounces Hardy off the steel steps, then backdrops him 3 times onto the barricade. So Jeff Hardy got his back really messed up this match. Back inside, Orton gets a 2 count. Orton drops Hardy again and gets another 2 count. Orton did get another heelish moment when Jeff Hardy was down. He was doing his old classic stomp every single limb on his downed opponent. So it feels like they're building towards a heel Randy Orton. Not yet. Like, it wasn't going to happen tonight. But going into SummerSlam, I think we're going to see a heel Randy Orton, which he should be and remain for the rest of his career. Hardy fights his way back up. Rusev Day chants from the crowd. An inverted atomic drop, leg drop, and then drop kick by Hardy for a 2 count. Whisper in the Wind by Hardy for a 2 count. The Whisper in the Wind, I will have to say this about Jeff Hardy. When he does the Whisper in the Wind, in my opinion, it just shows his age. When Jeff was younger, of course, he didn't have to take slow, methodical steps to do the Whisper in the Wind. It was run to the corner, 1, 2, 3, Whisper in the Wind. Now he actually has to sit there and jump up. And it takes a lot longer now to do the Whisper in the Wind than it would back 5, 6, 7 years ago. So I think that just shows Hardy's age, and I think that would be something he might want to cut out because it's just something that really slows him down. Twist of Fate reversed into an RKO attempt, a la the match from Royal Rumble in 2008, I believe, where the Twist of Fate got turned into an RKO, but Hardy blocks that, and Orton with a side slam for a 2 count. Orton goes for the DDT, but Hardy escapes, hits the mule kick. Hardy goes for the Hardy. I never heard of this. I never heard his boots boots in the corner called the Hardiac arrest. I've never heard it until Corey Graves said it tonight. The Hardiac arrest. Never heard of that. But Orton moves out of the way and pretty much knocking Jeff Hardy loopy. Orton goes for the Hangman DDT again and hits it this time. Orton in position for the RKO, but Hardy rolls up. Orton for a 2. Hardy with a Twist of Fate. Hits the Swanton with no bounce. Usually when he Swantons somebody, he bounces up immediately. But he hit Randy Orton flat and just pulled his leg up in 1, 2, 3. Jeff Hardy is your winner. So, and it was a decent match. It wasn't anything that was going to blow your mind. I mean, the best match of the night was the first match, which in any pay-per-view, at the first match, any pay-per-view or big show, if the first match of the night is the best match of the night, then that's not good for everybody else. Then we had, I think, the worst moment of the night until we got to the later on. Elias is out here. He's trying to have a concert. The New Day interrupt. I was like, do we not have enough matches for this? We had 8 matches or 9 matches tonight, and we have time for this? Seriously? We went 30 minutes or so over the show's 11 o'clock time, but we have time for this. Aiden English and Rusev come out. Then we had No Way Jose, Titus O'Neil, and Breezango all come out in the conga line. After all these interruptions, Elias tries again, but the lights go down. Bobby Roode's music hits. He's in the ring, hits the glorious DDT, and oh my god, they're ruining Bobby Roode every step of the way. Bobby Roode, after he plants Elias, does his glorious chant. Glorious thing. He does the pointing over, the NWO DX would just put their arms and point towards the person that of interest. He points to No Way Jose. They all start conga lining again, and he joins them, and it just looks so horrible. It looks just so bad. This made Bobby Roode look so fucking bad. He started doing the booty, the twerking with the New Day, and was like, oh. Bobby Roode needs to turn heel soon, and I mean soon, because him being a heel is just making him look bad. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. Big Cass is, and I will say this, and I've been saying it to myself, and if I would have had a podcast back when the NXT first came onto the scene and Big Cass was down there before his tag team partner came back, I would have told you Big Cass is going to be useless. He has no charisma. This guy is a charisma vacuum. This guy has no potential to be anything more than a who could have been. This guy had a match with Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan had to carry his ass, which I kind of figured was going to happen anyway. Daniel Bryan won with the yes lock after some crossface shots across Big Cass's head, and he taps him out. Post-match Cass from behind as he takes out Daniel Bryan, tossing him like a toy. He tapped out. You tapped out chants from the crowd as Cass looks pissed off. He tosses Bryan back in the ring, sets him up, waiting for Bryan and big boot to Bryan's face, and he stands tall over Daniel Bryan and poses. Again, just keep going straight downhill. We had the high of the Intercontinental title match. The first women's title match just took us down. Jeff and Randy Orton brought us about even. It didn't go up. It's like we flatlined for a minute when it came to stuff, and then we went straight back down and never got back up. Carmella vs. Charlotte SmackDown Women's Championship match. This was fucking pathetic, and the ending was fucking worse. Charlotte's got to cut out the moonsault, first and foremost. That standing moonsault, that moonsault off the top rope. Charlotte, you are not a luchador. It does not do well for you. You miss most of the time. You graze your opponents with this standing moonsault. She goes for the moonsault. She misses. Tweaks her knee. Carmella hits her with a... Kicks her in the knee. She falls down. Carmella pins her like Edge did to... Beulah McGillicuddy, like Edge did to Beulah McGillicuddy from One Night Stand 2005. And she pins Charlotte. So Carmella is still your women's champion, unfortunately. So... both women's championships are in the garbage still. So Roman is more important than the WWE Championship as we go on from here. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. We still have 2 matches to go. Can somebody please explain to me how the biggest title, the most prestigious title in the WWE, in all of professional wrestling, the longest active title in all of professional wrestling and sports entertainment is not as important as Roman fucking Reigns. Give me a fucking break. This match, as soon as this match came on, I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna jot down who's won each match and then go on from there. Both guys low blow each other. Once they fight a little bit more, they do a double pretty much field goal kick to each other's balls. They both fall down. Referee's counting. I'm like, this is a no DQ match. Why is the fucking referee counting a down superstar? This doesn't happen. This is not a false count anywhere. This is not a last man standing match. Why is he counting? They get to 10, they call the match. Both men couldn't reach the 10 count, so a no disqualification match ended in double count out. Are you fucking kidding me? That shows you why this didn't end the show. But what they ended with was not any better. This match was pretty good. I mean, like I said, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura is a better feud with one guy being a heel, which either one of them could have been a heel. AJ Styles can do heel as well. But this is fucking ridiculous. 2 matches end in inconclusiveness. We could put these 2 in Hell in a Cell, and I guarantee you both men are down. The rest are going to start counting 1, 2, 3 until it gets to 10. I'm like, what the fuck? Double count out. Are you kidding me? What's the fucking point of a no disqualification match if you're going to change the rules like that? Since when, in a no DQ match, do you end a match with both men down and you count them to 10? That is fucking stupid. This isn't boxing. This isn't fucking MMA. If it's a no DQ match, no rules, no disqualification, pin, submit, that's it. But we get this. This feud should be better than this. And this is what we get. And the fact that WWE has the balls to put this match before a useless match with Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman versus Zayn and Owens and Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe, which has no stipulation to it. It's just a grudge match. Those matches are more important than this match. That's fucking pathetic. And then we get to the end of the show and I see on Twitter that there's people saying there's people leaving the show. I wonder why. I wonder why people are leaving the show. I hear beat the traffic chants in the crowd. I wonder why. Because you took this match that should have had a conclusive winner. Any other fucking time we've had a no DQ match on the show. They have ended in conclusive matter with a winner and a loser. Not this bullshit. If you wanted this to happen, you should have had this happen at the Greatest Royal Rumble, where both men low blow each other, double disqualification, and then you go with a no DQ match, and you get a decisive winner. So apparently, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura is still not over. We're not done with it. Samoa Joe comes out on Tuesday and says, whichever one of you come out of the match at Backlash, I'm coming for your title. After tonight, Samoa Joe should not be given a match for the WWE Championship yet. So Double low blows, both men failed to reach the 10, and that was how it ended. That is fucking pathetic. I want to see somebody, anybody, justify this. The fact that this match ended like this, and the fact that the WWE Championship match, the most prestigious championship in all of WWE and all of sports entertainment, did not end the show. I know why now, because of how they ended the match, because do you really think Vince McMahon is going to have, do you really think any company is going to end their wrestling event on a match like this, where it ends like this? Pathetic, man. Just fucking pathetic. Braun Strowman and Lashley versus Zayn and Owens. This match was fucking pathetic. This was my bathroom break number 2. Braun Strowman and Lashley win when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens decide they want to start having a little bit of feud. Zayn and Owens try to leave, but Owens is like, hey, we're staying for this match. Sami Zayn throws Kevin Owens in. Kevin Owens gets out after getting hit a couple times. He throws Sami Zayn in. He goes in again and ends up eating a power slam. So Lashley and Strowman win. After the match, you get a power slam with the help of Bobby Lashley, because apparently Strowman can't just power slam both Zayn and Owens on his own. He has to have help from Bobby Lashley. And the reaction for this was just piss poor. Nobody gave a fuck about it. And that was that. Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns, their main event. My main event was the WWE Championship match. I stopped giving a fuck about the show as soon as that match was over. But I got to do that job. Joe comes out to a standing ovation to Joe chants, Joe chants. His music stops and the boos start before Roman Reigns even comes out. Before the match even starts, Roman Reigns gets his ass beat down. I was like, so they're going to have Roman Reigns win. Typical Roman fashion, gets his ass kicked for 95% of the match. Roman Reigns gets his big comeback. He hits a spear, and 1, 2, 3, he wins. And that's exactly how this happened. Samoa Joe destroyed him before the match. Boring chants from the crowd. Rest hold after rest hold after fucking rest hold. Samoa Joe. This is not a Samoa Joe match. This is not a Samoa Joe match. This is a Roman Reigns can't fucking wrestle with shit match. This is how Roman Reigns' matches have gone 95% of the time. I'm going to get put in rest holds. I'm going to sit there and get my ass kicked for 95% of the match. I'm going to hit a Superman punch. I'm going to hit a spear. I'm going to get the victory. We've seen it before, guys, and this is what we get. This is boring chants. Fucking beat the traffic. We got CM Punk chants. This match was just fucking awful, and WWE just made Samoa Joe look horrible. Samoa Joe is better than this. I know it, you know it, everyone knows it. Samoa Joe got put into a situation where he didn't get to show off how good he really is. He had to put Roman Reigns in rest holds. He had to lessen his ability, dumb his wrestling down, dumb himself down to get on Roman Reigns' level. Because Samoa Joe in wrestling ability is one of the best. He's up there close to, like, AJ Styles is in a league of his own. Then you have guys like Samoa Joe. It's like, okay, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, I think you can put him too there, are in their own league. Then you got guys like Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor when he's booked right. And then you have all the way down here in the dirt, Roman Reigns. And Samoa Joe has to bring himself down 6 or 7 fucking levels to try and make Roman Reigns look good, and it didn't work either. And then we see people like Sean Waltman saying, oh, I saw some people cheering. You know why those people were cheering? Because the fucking show was over. Those people weren't cheering because Roman Reigns won that fucking match. Roman Reigns is a fucking garbage failure. Nobody fucking likes Roman Reigns. They were cheering because the fucking shit was over. You're not going to have people chanting, this is boring, and then cheer because Roman Reigns won. People were cheering because it's like, finally, my misery is actually, like, ended. I don't have to sit here and listen to, like, watch Roman Reigns pretty much bring Samoa Joe down 7 or 8 pegs. It's fucking pathetic. And on top of that, you have Samoa Joe come out and proclaim that he wants to go for the WWE Championship after Backlash. And then you have him lose to Roman Reigns, who's doing absolutely nothing. So, let me guess, tomorrow night, and by the way, we have 6 weeks between this show and Money in the Bank. Can someone tell me why we couldn't take this and move it a week up so we can have at least another week build, or, something else, because we have the Greatest Royal Rumble, giving this only really a 1-week build, maybe 2, 3 weeks, so you can have 4 weeks or 6 weeks between WrestleMania and Backlash, and then you have 4 weeks between Backlash and Money in the Bank. No, we had to have it this week, and it just showed this show sucked. This show absolutely sucked. Plain and simple. Don't at me. Don't say, "Oh, this show was great." Outside of that first match, which you can't judge a show on one match. This show just shows how much WWE cares little about anything but Roman Reigns. As I reported on Unscripted this week, WWE is building this entire company is being built about trying to get Roman Reigns over. Tonight didn't do any favors for Roman Reigns. Tonight didn't do any favors to Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, or AJ Styles. In one fucking show, you diminished the WWE Championship, you diminished Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe. Of course, Roman Reigns you can't diminish any more than he already is, but still. Having him win this match, which was not going to help him at all. But this is what we get. As I said on Saturday, things need to change, and what you should have did tonight and what they should have done was had Roman Reigns get beaten so badly that he gets taken out on a stretcher while Samoa Joe is your winner, and he is gone for 2 months, 2 to 3 months. Comes back, new attitude, new look, cut his hair if you have to, do what you have to, suit, tie, expensive watch, everything you have to change this guy's attitude. New music, new attitude, and give him a heel run. Everybody needs a heel run before they become the big guy, big star in WWE. Stone Cold Rock, Triple H, who's been heel face overall, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Hogan himself, everyone needs a heel turn. And no, the heel turn, the heel run does not count because it was a faction. A single heel run needs to happen to Roman Reigns. Tonight did him no favors, Joe no favors. The fact that the WWE Championship was the third to last match diminishes that title even more. The fact that you're saying, hey, nobody, and by the way, nobody should be higher on the card than the WWE Championship. Not the Universal Championship, not the Intercontinental title, not Roman Reigns, not Samoa Joe, nobody. If you are booked as the WWE Champion on a card, you are the main event. Anything that comes after you does not mean anything. Plain and simple. But what did they do? They were, Roman, Joe, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Bobby Lashley all mean more than the WWE Championship. And that is fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Yes, Samoa Joe, Zayn, Owens, and Braun Strowman could all be WWE Championship material. Bobby Lashley is not impressing anybody, and Roman Reigns should be furthest thing from a championship title match anytime soon. But this is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic that WWE did that. So what are we going to do when we come to Money in the Bank 6 weeks from now? Which, at least we have a 6-week break from a pay-per-view. We have 6 weeks before we get our next pay-per-view. Not a week, not 2. We get 6 weeks before the next pay-per-view, so that is fucking great. But still, it's time to change Roman Reigns. Tonight did him no favors, did Joe no favors, diminishing the WWE Championship, did that title no favors. AJ Styles is doing the best that he can to resurrect what Jinder Mahal did to it last year. Nakamura is going to get another title shot most likely because this was inconclusive too. How many more shots is he going to get? Honestly, it's like everyone's complaining about Roman Reigns getting multiple title shots, but how many title shots is Shinsuke Nakamura going to get before he is out of title shots? Having the title match end like this tonight is just telling me that a Money in the Bank or whatever, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, triple threat match. I'm tired of this shit. I don't know what WWE has to do, but WWE needs to do something soon. You can't build, in this day and age, you can't build a company around one guy. John Cena was the last guy to be able to do that. And still, there were also people who were up there with him. You had Randy Orton, you had Edge, you had Batista for a good while. Triple H was still active. Shawn Michaels. You had other guys who weren't sacrificed to get John Cena over. You sacrificing every single person outside of Brock Lesnar to get Roman Reigns over is going to be more detrimental to the WWE than it's going to help it. It's time to stop the Roman initiative. and he is not over whatsoever. Putting him in main event after main event after main event when he hasn't earned it. When you lose main event match after main event match, it's time to put somebody else in the main event. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar should be the match at Money in the Bank, not Roman Reigns. Roman should have to fight to get back to title contention. Like I said, take him off for a month. Take him off for 2 months. Give him a 2-month vacation off TV. Have him go out, get destroyed by somebody, and have him come back. Because you know what's going to happen. If Samoa Joe would have did that and had him go on a stretcher, you would have heard, nah, hey, goodbye to Roman Reigns as he's getting stretchered off. But have him come back, come out, tear the audience down, tell them how much he's fucking sick and tired of hearing the boos, and he's sick and tired of hearing the crowd say, I suck, I know I'm a good wrestler, even though he's not. He has deteriorated to a shitty-ass wrestler. Making Roman Reigns matches this boring and this pathetic outside of a Brock Lesnar match, which is still boring, pathetic, just in a different way. Rest holds do not get people over. Having to have Samoa Joe have Samoa, like the beginning, before the match started, having Samoa Joe beat the hell out of Roman Reigns was the way to go. But and as soon as the bell rang, and after like a little bit more beatdown, having Roman Reigns be put in rest holds for 95% of the match, the crowd was bored. I was bored. I wanted to fall asleep. It was just pathetic, and it's got to stop. I don't know what else to say, but it is. We have Monday Night Raw tomorrow and Tuesday SmackDown Live, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But this is just how it goes. Vince McMahon's lost his fucking mind. Again, trying to do everything he can to... I don't even know if Vince McMahon's if he's trying to piss the crowd off, if he really wants Roman Reigns to be cheered, because doing this is not going to ever get him cheered. If you're not in the main event match, and that is a world title pit match, if the world title is on the line in the show, it goes on last. If it's not, I can't. That is just Backlash review. This is a shitty ass show. They do it for Roman again. I'll be back tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. We'll probably hear Roman Reigns challenge Brock Lesnar to another championship match, which he does not deserve. And then we'll have, of course, SmackDown, which I don't know what they're going to do with the WWE Championship match, which should not have ended that way. But that was just for them to extend this again. Shinsuke Nakamura did not capture the title tonight. Shinsuke Nakamura should not be in the WWE Championship picture until SummerSlam or after that. My name is The Franz. Follow me on Twitter at The Franz. Follow me on twitch.tv/TheFranz08. I will be back tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, Tuesday for SmackDown Live, Wednesday for NXT, where things make sense. Man, I can't believe it takes us once a week, and it's always on Wednesday, where everything makes sense. Tonight, nothing made sense. Nothing outside of Seth Rollins and Jeff Hardy winning their matches made sense. This was a piss-poor show, and I just don't... Obviously, this show showed that Vince McMahon didn't care. Unless it's Roman Reigns, he doesn't care. They do it for Roman, and we are forced to watch this shit, and it's getting pathetic. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. So then, have a good one.